Hey guys, Michelle here. I know it's been a while since I've made a video, and I wanted to have a bunch of things to be able to tell you since the last time I talked to you. So, anyways, yeah, I have about 103 things to talk to you about today. So buckle in. This one's going to be a long one. Okay, so let's see. The last time that I talked to you guys, I had just had my visit with my surgeon and my visit with my nutritionist. So since that time, I've done all kinds of tests. Let's see, I went in for, I had to go for a blood test. And I actually had to do that one twice because the first time they drew it at my work. And apparently work didn't have the right equipment to they're supposed to freeze one of the tests before it was sent over to the lab, and they didn't have the right equipment for that. So I ended up having to go back in again to the actual lab and, well, where they draw the blood, and so they had to do it again. And but anyways, whatever. So then I also had to go for a pulmonary test, and I hadn't heard anybody else mention having to go for a pulmonary test, so maybe I just wasn't paying attention, but I don't know. Anyways, that was with Dr. Harrison in New Britain, Connecticut, and they were very nice at the office there. The test was kind of freaky because they have you come in, and there's this glass box with a chair in it and some funky breathing apparatus thing, and they bring in, they're like, okay, get in the box. So that was a little strange. I had to sit in a glass box for this test. And it was basically just like testing lung capacity and stuff like that. So, which everything was fine. Also, from that same office, they sent me, let's see, the day after the test, I went back and actually saw the doctor and went over the test results with me. I don't have sleep apnea. Well, I don't know. He didn't think I would have sleep apnea based on the test that they did. But just to make sure, they sent me home with a little sleep monitor thing, which was surprisingly easy to sleep with. So it was, it had like a oxygen thing, stick the things up your nose and it went back around your ears, and then that came down and it hooked into a belt that you wore around just below you, right around your rib cage, and then it also had a wire that came, and it there was like a monitor that was on my finger, and that was like band-aided onto my finger. I really thought I was going to be very uncomfortable all night because I sleep on my stomach, and that thing is like, it's not bulky or anything, but I just thought it was like going to jab me in the side all night long, but it didn't, so it was good. So I turned that in the next day to the pulmonary doctors, and apparently everything was fine on that. No sleep apnea, which is good. What else? I feel like I went, oh, that's right. I also went for my psych evaluation. Yeah, and so that went fine. It was a very nice psychiatrist that did the evaluation, and it wasn't any weird questions. Like I heard some people are asked, like, what is who's the president, and like, what's your name and what's today, and stuff like that. So it was actually intelligent questions, wanting to know, why I decided to have the surgery, and what my expectations were, and what I thought I was going to have to do after surgery. And so just to make sure that I knew what I was getting myself into. So that was fine. Let's see, what else did I want to talk to you about here? So today I had my second appointment with my nutritionist. Between my last appointment, which was actually a month ago today, I was supposed to keep a food diary, and I did, for the most part. The first couple, 2-3, well, actually, I can't say it was 2-3 weeks, because that's not correct. It seems like it's been a really long time. Let me see. I guess for like the first week, it was kind of difficult, and it was falling right around Christmas time too, and all the all the food that's around at that time. It's really hard. But anyway, I've been keeping track of my food and water and exercise on myfitnesspal.com, which is an awesome site now that I actually checked it out. I really like it a lot. It's a really excellent tool. So I think that I'll keep on tracking using that. I like it quite a bit. Oh, and if any of you out there are using MyFitnessPal and want to be friends with me in that on MyFitnessPal, please just drop me a line, and I'd be happy to. Actually, it's my same username, Imish424, on MyFitnessPal. So feel free to friend me, and because I'd love to get some ideas of what you guys are eating. Give me some new ideas, and I think that's a good thing. So. All right, and oh yeah, that's right. So today I went to the nutritionist, and it was a different nutritionist than I had seen before, and I was really disappointed because I really liked her. I didn't quite so much like this other nutritionist. She was kind of, I don't know, she had a weird manner about her. It was kind of like, oh, nice little bariatric patient. Oh, I don't know. She's just kind of strange. And I have to say, I've been kind of disappointed with, well, I don't know. Maybe I'm not being fair. I wanted to say I was disappointed with the way that my doctor's office has prepared me for things. But I guess looking back, they did give me a lot of paperwork to bring home and go over. They didn't do a tremendous amount actually face-to-face going over things. I mean, they went over the basics and everything, of course, but I don't know. I think I learned more from watching all of you than I did through my nutritionist. So, but I don't know if maybe it's because before me even meeting them the first time, I had done so much research and watched so many people's videos that I pretty much knew what I was getting myself into and knew what to expect, and so I don't know. I don't think that they were bad or anything. I don't know. We'll see what happens. So apparently that's the only other time I meet with the nutritionist before I have surgery. So where I stand right now is, I guess I'm about 2 months away from the surgery. A little bit less, I guess. So I have an appointment on January 31st, and that is with the doctor's surgical assistant. And so I guess that he goes over all the last things before surgery, and on that day is when we actually schedule the surgery date, which they said is usually about a month after that appointment. And at that same time, I guess that they schedule an EKG as well. I'm not sure if not EKG, what am I talking about? An endoscopy, where they, go down your throat and check stuff out. So, yeah, I can't wait for that. That sounds like fun. What else about the doctor's office? So my doctor's office. I brought to them, let's see, let me just make a note. I don't want to forget what I'm trying to talk to you guys about here. Let's see, vitamins and the shakes. Okay, so the vitamins, I had purchased some vitamins, and actually, I have stuff to show you. I was like, ooh, gummy vitamins. That's different. So anyways, I went out and, first, I ordered through Vitacost.com. I ordered some gummy vitamins, but they were like kids' gummy vitamins, and they really weren't very good. So, I mean, I'm still pre-op, so I'm gonna take them till they're done. I think I have like three days of those left. So then, while I still had about half of that bottle, I saw this in Walmart, and I was like, okay, it's for adults. It's gummy vitamins. Sounds good. We'll check it out. So I brought it with me to my appointment today, and they compared it to the vitamins that are available through Bariatric Advantage, which is the name brand that my doctor's office recommends the most. And so, yeah, it did not have nearly the amount of vitamins for pretty much everything as the Bariatric Advantage does. So I'm really going to have to check that out. Also, my doctor's office wants me to be on a 2-week liquid diet prior to surgery. And they want me to do Bariatric Advantage. So I was hoping that the doctor's office had some samples because they sell it through the office, and they didn't. So I thought that was a little bizarre. It comes in all these different flavors, and I was trying to think, okay, what flavors would I get? And it's like, well, vanilla is pretty boring. People say that the banana is pretty good, and the chocolate's okay. So I was like, well, I'll do banana and chocolate, and then I can, add some like sugar-free syrups to them to tweak the flavor a little bit, if I need to. So I don't know. I had heard good things about the banana and the chocolate, and that, it was a pretty thick shake even when you mix it with water. But somebody in my bariatric support group said that it has the consistency of snot. I don't know really what to think of that. Now I have this like preconception in my mind that like, okay, this is really going to be gross. So, not good. Anyways, yuck. Ugh. All right. So anyways, and I found out that through my doctor's office, it's $150 for 2 weeks of the shakes. And I can get them online for a lot less. I think I've seen prices right about like $54.90 something a bag. And then I think it was through mybariatricpantry.com, where if you have an order of $125 or more, that's free shipping. So that way I can get maybe like some calcium chews or some other kinds of protein junk or whatever, I don't know, to make up the $125, and that way I'll be getting more for less money. So that'll be good. Let's see, anything else? I think I'm gonna have to make a second video showing you all the stuff that I bought. It's not a whole lot of stuff, but anyway. Oh, I did have a question for you guys. I wanted to know, what did you bring to the hospital with you that you actually use? Because I heard a lot of people be like, oh, I brought this, that, and the kitchen sink and every other which thing. But I heard somebody else say, I used like 5 of the 15 things that I brought with me. So if you could give me some tips on that, I'd appreciate it.